Hello friends and welcome to Fire Emblem discussion. So as you can see on screen, we have some confirmation of some really exciting things that we haven't had like definitive answers on yet. It was 100% assumed that we'd be able to use these classes outside of outside of Cindered Shadows. But now we have confirmation. Here we have a picture of Ferdinand von Aegir in the Trickster attire, so he can be a trickster. Look at that. Or he also has War Monk sitting there. How exciting is that? That just it looks really cool. I'm a fan. It looks very much like the Awakening Trickster, right? So that is dope. I love the good confirmation here. I think what's interesting is the required seal to promote. And as you see down there, it says Underground Seal. And it says you need 2 underground seals. So that's probably something you receive in the Abyss once you unlock it for the main story. And I imagine it won't be too hard to come across. There probably will be a limited number, so you probably won't be able to have an entire army of DLC class members. But you'll be able to have probably a few at the very least. So I'm really excited for this. This looks dope. And honestly, that Trickster, I'm a fan of how the class looks. And, you know, some more confirmation on, like, B Swords, B Faith, just things we already knew, but it's fun to see it in writing in a picture. And thanks to Serenus Forest for making this, like, translating the image, essentially. Just, like, kind of overlaying English on top of the Japanese so that we can understand it. I really appreciate them for doing that. And I'll put a link in the description to their website. And specifically the page that they have all this stuff on. So here's Trickster. So that confirms that. But we got another cool confirmation. War Cleric or War Monk is confirmed for females. Look at that. Look at that. And that looks straight out of Awakening. I love it. That's like looks just like War Cleric from Awakening. It looks really good. But yeah, that's 100% confirmation that this is definitely a thing. Brawling and Faith, we do have a brawling class for female fighters. I am pumped out of my mind for this, I'm not gonna lie. And this looks dope. So I'm super excited to have a female brawling class. I wish it wasn't tied to magic as well, just so that it wasn't as weak as it is. As weak as it probably is gonna be. But I am excited nonetheless. Now, again, we see underground seals, you need 2. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out, but it's going to be... again, I'm sure if you need 2 of them, they're not going to be super hard to come by. I mean, you are paying for the DLC. They want you to use the DLC you paid for, right? So I think you will probably have to play Cindered Shadows to a certain point, but it will get relatively easy to get these underground seals. Yeah, let's look at some of the other images that IS released for this stuff. Here's another one. A magic-wielding sword fighter that dances around foes with their quick movement. And it shows that they do have... So they will gain extra speed... extra weapon ranks and stuff in Faith and Reason and Sword. So Reason in addition to the 2 requirements for joining. And that's just a kind of a cool shot of Yuri right there. Here we have Anna as a trickster, which I think is kind of funny, because that was her class in Awakening the first time she was playable. And yeah, so there you go. They kind of, a little callback for you Awakening fans. Now, some additional information has been given to us through social media and whatever else. The one that I think I'm most excited for is Trickster has a special combat art called Trick. It's that what we saw in the first trailer where we saw Yuri switch places with another unit. So apparently you can switch places with another unit within 5 spaces. So it's like a warp, it's like rewarp and rescue all at the same time. So rewarp in older games in the series, or by older games in the series, I mean 3776. Rewarp was a staff you could use the staff user could warp themselves anywhere on the map. So it's kind of like that combined with the rescue magic, right? So Trick. And I'm really excited for that. I hope that's a combat art you can, like, if you master, you get that combat art, you can move it to other classes. But I would totally understand if they wanted to keep that as a Trickster exclusive, similar to Hunter's Volley or Astra. But I would hope they would keep it as a I hope they make it so you can use it in any class, because that's just going to be super fun and a definite reason to put someone in through Trickster. Like, oh, that's so cool. But if you can do the warp thing, it'll give you a good reason to use Trickster in the long run. So I'm really excited for that personally. Now, I do want to talk about one last thing here that is sort of disappointing to me. So I think here we have a bit of confirmation. Oh, there's Milo running in. Sorry about the noise. Oh, he brought a toy to me. Wants me to throw it. So here, I think between these two images, we do have a bit of sad confirmation. That 2 of the DLC classes are gender locked to females. So here we have Ferdinand, and he has under the special class, which are the DLC classes. Under special, he has Trickster and Warmonk. Right? But when you look at Annette, she has all 4 down. So it appears, we knew Darkflyer was gender locked, but for a while we thought Valkyrie might not be. But it turns out it's going to be, which is a little disappointing. I was really excited to have a mounted magic class for, earlier mounted magic class for characters like Hubert. But, alas, that's not the case. But they're still going to be fun. I'm still excited to have them. So this definitely, the DLC definitely benefits female characters more, and it gives them more exclusive classes, which is fine. I guess it evens out with, you know, Brawler and Grappler and War Master are gender locked, and then, but that, Pegasus Knight and Falcon Knight were too, but I guess females just get 2 more. It's whatever. It would be nice to even have males be able to go Darkflyer, like, not gonna lie. Because Darkflyer is easily, I think, at this point, looking before using them, I think Darkflyer is going to be the most interesting and the most fun to use. But Trickster with that new combat art sounds pretty dope, actually. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a comment. What is your, like, what class you're most excited about and why you're most excited about it. Maybe some speculation on what the mastery abilities of the other 3 classes are going to be, or maybe special combat arts they might have that we don't know about yet. Just let me know. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. And I guess we can have a little bit of discussion on gender-locked classes, since that's kind of a big thing. But I don't know. I feel like we've beaten that horse to death, so no need to beat a dead horse over the gender-locked classes. But if you do want to talk about it, feel free, of course. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.